A supermassive black hole is barreling through space. And what I found very odd, this segment of CNN, I don't watch the news, but the mere fact that when I clicked onto the Microsoft Edge, they have news that comes across, the mere fact that they start off laughing and making light of something as significant as this, to me, no, that's red lights. That's red lights going up all over the place. You see, they had to make sure they laughed, make light of what's barreling through space, a supermassive black hole, dubbed as an invisible monster, barreling, heading straight toward us. They're laughing about it. They're actually laughing and making fun of it. Do they think we don't know what's going on? We know what they're doing. We know exactly what they're doing. It's no secret. It is no secret what they're doing. You all, hold on one second right here. I had to shut my phone off. Is what I had to do. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put the do not disturb on because this is serious. What is taking place, it's serious. The mere fact that they made light of it as an invisible monster. And then the guy talks about, oh, I watched the Black Hole movie before. No. See, no, you done told on yourself. You done told on yourself. Let me make sure I got this on the live comment. Hello there, Sandy and Brian. Hello and happy Easter, you all. We're going to come over here because this is no. See, they're look at the depiction right here. Look at this right here. We got this right here. Look at this. See, look how they labeled it. Look how they said it. CNN co-anchors absolutely lose it over this. See, that's what they're saying. See them lose it. Does that make sense? No, it does not make sense. No, I don't want to see them lose it because you know what? You're making a mockery of science. You're making a mockery of what's happening in the real world. No. See, this is the thing right here. Watch this, you all. So I got to make sure, I'm going to come back to me. I'm going to make sure I got this turned on because I want you to hear them laughing because they think it's a joke. They think anything that's up there in the sky is a joke. They're spraying the cloud. They're spraying the sky up there. Oh, there's nothing there. It's just a big joke. No, it's not. It's not a joke. I got to turn on my audio stuff, you all. I do. So I've got it turned on. I'm going to watch it. You're going to watch it, you all. Listen to them, you all. Listen to them. Listen. Scoot them over. You even got Michio Kaku over there on the side. Michio Kaku. Okay, let's look at it. Oh, okay. Are you going to stick a commercial on here?
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer makes it easy to compare home insurance.
Here. We got to watch a commercial. You all, if you're just tuning in, there's something serious going on. This is nothing to laugh at all. What's taking place? They're making light of it. Is this their way of getting the truth out about what's happening? Really, let's ask ourselves, is this going to be their way of getting the truth out? We'll just laugh at it and make people think, oh, there's nothing going on up there. You lie.
Invisible monster is barreling through space. That does not sound menacing at all. An invisible monster is barreling through space. That does not sound menacing at all. That is what NASA is now calling a possible runaway black hole that the Hubble telescope is now seeing, though it's invisible. CNN's Tom Foreman with the details here. Tom, what's going on?
Yeah, happy Friday. Good news, happy Friday. This is an extraordinary phenomenon that NASA scientists say they've never seen before. And of course, everyone's very excited about this. What you're looking at right here is an artist's depiction of what's happening. To the left, the thing down there in the corner, that's this giant supermassive black hole that is blasting through space at an extraordinary speed. What you see at the far right, the little light space up there, is sort of a coalescence of light that seems to be related to what you see in the middle, which is stars that are being created by the compression of gas in front of this black hole because it's moving so fast, and then as the gas comes around the backside and has been heated, it forms stars. Normally it would just gobble them all up, but to put it in sort of simple physics terms, which will be completely incorrect, but it'll give you an idea, if you were to take a vacuum and run it over a really dirty carpet, it'll suck everything up. If you do it really fast, it'll suck some things up. It'll also just create chaos with everything else. So this is a really exciting find and pretty amazing, John.
I am reliably told, I called this black hole rudely, I called it supermassive. But I'm told it like weighs 200 plus times, is it 200 suns? 20 million suns, 20 million suns, the weight of 20 million suns. And I saw
20 million suns.
I saw Black Hole, the movie, in 1979, and I'm still scared. Right. So why isn't this scary?
Well, first of all, that's a helpful measure because we all have a real sense of how much the sun weighs. So 20 million of them is really easy to get. But this thing, it weighs that much. It's traveling so fast, it could go from the Earth to the moon in about 14 minutes. Distance to the moon is around 250,000 miles, so that's well above the speed limit. And the really interesting thing about this, they found it by accident, John. They were looking at images from the Hubble Space Telescope, and when they were looking at it, they noticed this little weird streak out in space there. They thought initially that this was just some sort of an artifact on the camera. Not the case. Instead, they found a phenomenon like we've never seen before.
Tom Foreman, thank you for helping us through this.
My pleasure.
Thank you for explaining this
Good
so
luck.
well. Have a great weekend. Neither of you are ever allowed anywhere near me when I'm about to read an intro like this again. You can't do that.
Okay, but just to be fair, the person who wrote the press release for this,
Press release from NASA is amazing.
They have to be from a child of the 80s, because listen to this, just short line. Rather than gobbling up stars ahead of it like a cosmic Pac-Man, I'm like, who is writing this stuff? It's so good.
I can't. Is this good or is this evil? Tom Foreman did not answer that question.
Well, it's supermassive. I mean, I think the one thing we can all agree
Not
on
being so judgmental.
is this
It's kind of rude,
supermassive.
John. I mean,
I don't.
It does evaporate quickly. Okay, the nerd in me came out because anytime Tom.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
All right.
All right.
It's clearly Friday here.
At Morgan Stanley.
See, they made light of this. They made fun of this. They tried to laugh off what's barreling here. Can reach the Earth and the Moon in 14 minutes. A supermassive black hole from the Earth to the Moon in 14 minutes, and made light of it. And they called it a monster. That's what they called it, a monster. Why would you call it a monster? Really think about it, you all. Why would they? Let me do this. Hello. If you're just tuning in, yeah, no, see, this isn't silly. It's not silly at all. But they're making light of it. Look at this. A runaway black hole, an invisible monster on the loose. Why would they describe that as that, an invisible monster? Well, Gina, honey, that's just sensationalism. No. There's something to this. Could it be that the Dark Lord, the Dark Master, was let through CERN? What if they did? They pierced through that great big, what was that thing around the Earth? That they had a anomaly. What was that? The ozone or magnetic anomaly. Anomaly, ANOMALL. On Earth. Large. Let's look at this. No, I want to see the one, that image. I can't find it. I don't know what they called it. But it's been in the news lately. Let me look at this. They're tracking a growing anomaly in the magnetic field. All of a sudden, they're tracking this. That's what they're doing. All of a sudden, they're tracking some. No, this ain't it either, you all. I can't find it, you all. There was something that was just recently in the news over the Earth. What was it called? What was it called, you all? Now think about it. What was it called? We've got a supermassive black hole. And let me see this. It's pointing straight through to Earth. That's on 12. That was 12/1 of 22. That was in December of 2022. That was that one. But for them to make light of something like that, you just think about that, you all. Think about it. Why would you make light about it? I think there's something more to it. I really do think there's something a lot more to it. They're playing with portals. Look, Earth may be headed toward a supermassive black hole faster than. Why are we going to get sucked through the black hole into another realm? Oh, thank you. The magnetosphere. Earth's magnetosphere, you all. Earth's magnetosphere. Earth's magnetosphere. No, I can't. No. I'm trying to find something that was in the news just recently, and it showed the green hue that glowed around the Earth in a certain region. A green hue around the Earth, and Earth's anomaly, strange something. Anomaly. Scientists. I'm not going to be able to find it because I want to find it. And my brain is scrambled, and isn't that about right? Okay. Let me see this. No, this is not the one I want right here. But NASA's monitoring a strange anomaly growing in Earth's magnetic field. That's what I don't want that one because I don't think this is the video right here. This DART mission one is not the video.
We've misread signs of some pretty serious asteroid strikes on our planet. Ones that have only occurred in the past million years, meaning our statistical chances of getting hit by a big one again are likely much higher than we ever thought. This is all because Earth, being such a wild place with water, weather, and wind, is really good at hiding asteroid impacts. While the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was a massive 6-mile-wide life killer, much smaller asteroids can kick up enough dust to black out the sun for a couple of years.
This isn't the one I wanted. I want to wait till we get it through, you all. See, they're not even going to show the one that I want to see. Where's it at? Where is it at, you all? No, see, they're not going to even talk about NASA's monitoring a strange anomaly in Earth's magnetic field. And there's not even no showing of this strange anomaly. No, let me see this. This ain't it either, you all. I don't like showing that, but there's something going on. There's something going on. That magnetic field thing was in the news. Then all of a sudden, they're on the news. They're making fun of a supermassive black hole, and they're calling it an invisible monster. Why are you calling it a monster? Why? Why do you want to call it a monster? Because there's nothing funny about it. There really isn't. Because this is. We read something that if a black cloud, they could even call it a black hole. It could be like a black, like an energy, an intelligent, a very, very intelligent species. Look at that. Can a black hole destroy Earth? They call it an ancient. Now it's called an ancient supermassive black hole. An ancient what? An ancient being? Is that what it belongs to? You all really think about that. One of the biggest black holes ever. The event horizon. Oh no, now we got a singularity. Now we've got singularity, the very center of a black hole, matter. Matter has collapsed. All the matter and energy fall into the black hole, ends up here. And the prediction, infinite density by general relativity, is thought to indicate the breakdown of the theory where quantum effects become important. Look, an event horizon. Event horizon. Photon sphere. Relativistic jets. Do you think there's something coming? Do you think this is all make-believe, you all? They're making all this up. There's nothing to it. We ain't going to have no supermassive black hole. Some monster, invisible monster barreling toward Earth. And I don't know how many thousands of miles an hour, but it can make its way from the moon to the Earth in 14 minutes. That's how fast it's traveling. That's how fast it's traveling, you all. And a cosmic monster. 200,000 light years long bridge. Are they talking about Nibiru? Are they talking about Nibiru? Is that why they're still spraying the sky? Are they talking about Nibiru? You all, let's think about that. Runaway supermassive black hole. Come on, my screen is not that sensitive right here. I don't know what this is down here either, you all. Let's see if I can get it. It's moving at incredible speeds, leaving a 200,000 light-year trail of newborn stars in its wake. So that means it has a tail. It has a tail. Does not Nibiru have a tail? A debris tail? It's barreling through intergalactic space, triggering new star formation as it impacts gas ahead of it. The event, described as a game of galactic billiards, is likely the outcome of multiple collisions using supermassive black holes, leaving astronomers eager to investigate further with the James Webb Telescope and the Chandra X-ray Observatory. Don't Look Up is the movie with it. So 200,000 light year long trail. How long is Nibiru? Nibiru tell? Nibiru tell 200, 00 light year tell. You think they'd show it? It's the tail of a dragon. It's a tail of a dragon. Nibiru would be a tail of a dragon, you all, is what it would be. The tail of it, let me see if we can do this. Nibiru's tail. Well, see, this has a faint line too. This has a faint line too, and they notice a faint line in the sky. A faint line in the sky. A super massive sphere caught by NASA. Herbaculosis. Where was Herbaculosis? This is November. They caught it, but I thought it don't exist. I thought they said it didn't exist. That. I want to see the trail, you all. The lines in the sky all day long. That's right. All day long. Dave's blog. So they had a faint trail. You want to see what the news said again, you all? It's a faint trail, but they're covering stuff up. Nibiru tell 13 post shift coming. Okay, that's fine. So it's like this. Look, an extraordinary contrail of star formation. A 200-year light-long bridge links a galaxy to its escaping black hole. The universe is so capricious. I can't say that word right now. Photographic film, Hubble, a detector like scratches. For Hubble's electronic cameras, cosmic rays skimming along the detector look like scratches. But one spectroscopy was done on the oddball streak Von Dockum realized it was a 200-year light-year long chain of young blue stars located halfway across the universe. It stretches between a runaway monster black hole and the galaxy it was ejected from. Wait, I don't want to see. I do not want to see. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for the devil has come down to you. He is full of fury because he knows his time is short. And I saw Satan fall. Like a great fall was cast out of heaven, and I saw Satan fall like lightning. Satan, a black hole headed towards Earth. Yeah, look at this. A mysteriously black flash is a black hole jet pointing straight toward Earth. Okay, this has been, look there, a colossal black hole pointed toward Earth. It's headed this way. It's headed this way, you all. Lurking, supermassive jet. That means it is going very, very, very fast. Extremely fast. 1,000 light years away. Well, if it can get to the Earth and the Moon in 14 minutes, that wouldn't be that. Look. It's headed straight toward Earth. Somebody said this is a joke. You think it's a joke? I don't think it's a joke. I really don't. Points the beam right at us. We did a video on this, like they were detecting a beam. Is Satan in hell? No, he's probably coming toward the Earth right now. This super black hole. And that's why they're laughing. They're really laughing. I wonder if it has an energy signal. Does it have an energy signature? Really think about it. And I saw Satan. And look at this. You see this? And he said to them, and thou, look, and he shall, what's it say? And behold, and he said to them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. He beheld Satan like lightning falling from heaven. It's like that. And they said that it had a trail of stars behind it, you all. They say that it has a trail of stars behind it. Well, it would make sense if you look at it from a spiritual point of view, if that is truly a great big dark entity, a great big dark force headed straight toward Earth, and that has all these stars behind it. Well, he got kicked out of heaven. He did. He got kicked out of heaven according to, what was written. If it's coming and they're calling it a monster, the mere fact they're calling it a monster, and they're laughing. Except the one person, you all, you can find clues in this. She said, is it evil? Is this evil, she said. She specifically asked, is it evil? Why? Nothing happens by accident, you all. Nothing happens by accident. You think that they would, do you think they were told, and they are told, what they can say on camera and what they can't say on camera? Do you think they're told that? I think that they are programmed. I think they are told what they can say and what they can't say. With her saying, is it evil? And they're just standing there looking at her, and then they're laughing. They're laughing. Lightning speed. This thing is heading at Earth at lightning speed. Is what it's doing. Oh, let me see this, you all. You got Dutch Sense on here. I used to watch Dutch Sense all the time. I really did, and they were always after him. They really were. Look, nothing like this is. Look, the black hole must be compressing gas along its wake. Its wake is like a great big wave, leaving a trail behind, which condenses to form stars. Nothing like it has ever been seen anywhere in the universe before. Never. This is an artist drawing of what it looks like that. It would be like a destroyer. Look at that. They saw a faint trail, but there's something back there. What do you think it is, you all? Now, mockers and scoffers and scrappy dappy doo. That's right. Oh, I don't let them bother me. No. Oh, it was ejected. It was ejected. And I'm not talking about something else, you all. This is an artist's impression of a runaway supermassive black hole that was ejected. Okay, it was ejected from its host galaxy as a result of a tussle between it and two other black holes. Okay, just think of a spiritual battle. Just think of the angels in heaven, up there in the galactic, whatever you want to call it. And you have this supermassive being right here. Just think about it. Just think about it like this. You got this you got Satan up there. He's decided he wants to battle. This is look at this from that point of view. A supermassive black hole was ejected. Satan was ejected from its host galaxy, from heaven, wherever heaven was. He got thrusted out as a result of a tussle. You know what a tussle is, like a little fight between what was there and two other black holes. Think of it like that, you all. Think about it as an entity, a massive, massive evil entity, because they're more or less telling you, I'm looking at it from that point of view, I really am, because of the wording here. It was ejected from its host galaxy as a result of a tussle between it and two other black holes. As the black hole plows through the intergalactic space, it compresses tenacious gas in front of it. This precipitates the birth of hot blue stars. The illustration is based on Hubble telescope's observation. What's a tussle, you all? Do we want to know what a tussle is? A tussle? A scuffle. A scuffle. A tuffle. A stuffle. To wrestle. To fight. To fight, you all. There was a fight that occurred. They're telling us a fight occurred up there. And a fight occurred up there, and this super massive black hole got kicked out from its home because it got in a fight. It was it and two other entities. It got in a fight and got kicked out. Yeah. You hate scary A-doubles people. You can't talk like that on here, you all. So, if you look at it from that point of view, and her saying that, I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. It sees a possible runaway, and it has a trail of stars behind it, you all. A trail of stars behind it. He took a third of the heaven. Was it a third of the angels with him? Because this thing's got a trail of stars behind it. Yes, a trail of stars behind it. Of course, Nibiru does too, but think about it. So, it could travel. There is an invisible monster. They're telling you right now it's happening. Gina, you do not take this seriously. I absolutely do take this seriously from a spiritual point of view. We have sensed a darkness coming. There is a dark energy, a very, very heavy energy that is headed this way. And this thing right here is barreling toward Earth. Let's get back to it. It's barreling toward Earth through intergalactic space so fast that if it were in our solar system, they use the word if. If it were in our solar system, it could travel from Earth to the moon in 14 minutes. Well, why did you start it could travel from Earth to the moon? Is it on Earth? Is that why we saw that anomaly around the Earth in the magnetic field, that massive anomaly that occurred, if it were in our solar system and that anomaly came out of nowhere, it could travel to the Earth in 14 minutes. This supermassive black hole, weighing as much as 20 million suns, has left behind a never-before-seen light-year-long contrail of newborn stars. Now, there are people who say that those stars in the sky are fallen angels. Well, this supermassive black hole got kicked out of its host. They used the word host. It used to live there. It got kicked out because it was fighting. There was a disagreement, they said. A disagreement. Look at right here. It was ejected from its host galaxy where it used to live as a result of a big fight between it and two other black holes, two other powerful entities. Now, it's left behind a never-before-seen 200,000 light-year contrail of newborn stars, twice the diameter of our Milky Way. It's likely the result of a rare, bizarre game. Oh, it's a game of galactic billiards among three massive black holes. I'm thinking this is three massive entities, powerful, ancient entities, is what I'm thinking it is. Rather than gobbling up the stars ahead of it like a cosmic Pac-Man, the speedy black hole is plowing into gas in front of it to trigger new star formation along a narrow corridor. The black hole is streaking too fast to take time for a snack. Look how they're writing it. Nothing like it has ever been seen before, but it was captured accidentally. No. You have had your telescopes up there panning the skies because you knew something was coming. You've been searching and you've been looking with your Lucifer telescope with the infrared. You've been looking, you've been waiting for the day. We think we're seeing a wake behind the black hole where the gas cools and is able to form stars. Oh, if that's the entity, then that entity had some stars that got ejected also with it. They were no longer able to stay. So we're looking at a star formation trailing this black hole. What we're seeing in the aftermath, like the wake behind a ship, we're seeing the wake behind the black hole. The trail must have lots of new stars, given that it's almost half as bright as the host galaxy. Almost half as bright as the host galaxy it is linked to. Well, a third would be almost as half. A third is almost a half, you all. Just look at the key words here. The trail must have lots of new stars, given that it's almost half as bright as the host galaxy that it was linked to. I'm looking at it from a purely spiritual point of view at this point, you all. Me personally, you may look at it as something else, but I'm looking at this as an entity, and I'm seeing these words in it. This cosmic Pac-Man, cosmic Pac-Man that eats up everything. Norman, Paul, you got to stop. Do you all got to stop? Let's see what you all got going on. She's talking about intelligent. Okay, Brian, honey, are you being nice on here? Is Brian being nice? Oh, it wants revenge. These black holes spilled something on the carpet now. Let's see this. Norman. Do we got any trolls on here, you all? Do we need a moderator? Let's see. Logic, alias, Israel, and Nemesis are coming. I'm looking at this from a spiritual point of view. That's how I'm looking at it. And, okay, that's great. Everybody's just talking. Hello there, Kim Conklin. So you all, that's really, truly what I'm looking at. And I don't think that they should have been sitting there making fun of this right here coming. We all know that something is coming. If you are intuitive, if you are an empath, you know something is coming, and this earth is being prepared for its new master. Its new master. So if you're just tuning in, they said it got kicked out. It got kicked out. Is what happened. It was ejected from its host galaxy as a result of a fight between it and two other powerful entities. That's what it said. It got ejected from its host galaxy. That's where it was living, because it got in a fight with two other powerful entities, is what happened. And it's got a trail of stars following behind it. And the other clue is that the trail must have lots of new stars, given that it's almost as half as bright as its host galaxy it is linked to. So if it's got a third of the host, if I looked at this from the third of the host of heaven got kicked out with this supermassive black hole, spiritually speaking, that's almost half. It's almost, look, they said almost half as bright. Right there. Norman, honey, you gotta breathe. Norman, can you breathe? Breathe. Breathe, Norman. I can breathe and you can breathe. I don't even see Norman on here. Barry Soroto, yes, is when this all got kicked into gear, you all. If you're just tuning in, this is so serious. It really is. I'm right here. Kim Conklin, when you all know who left, there was a civil war going on. That's right. We got big change coming, you all. We do. We do. We got, no, I don't want to go there. I went right here. I want to see this. I want to look at these supermassive black hole. You are, oh, you're listening while you're working. You can listen while you work. It won't cost too much carbon footprint for you to listen. Oh my God. It will not, you all. This is really serious. It is the supermassive black hole, which is likely 20 million. Just think of the timing. Think of the timing of this, you all, which is roughly, it's likely 20 million times the mass of our sun, zooming through the universe at 3.5 million miles per hour. Reinhard, that's right. That's what they said. If it were on Earth, but we had that massive thing, that anomaly around the Earth. We did. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger is what happened. 3.5 million miles per hour. 20 million suns. Well, these don't even look like human beings right here. These look like reptilians. Look at this moose, supermassive black hole. These don't look like humans right here. This is a song with lyrics. A song with lyrics. See this, the timing of this news story is really interesting. An ultra massive black hole. Now it's an ultra. 33 billions. There's that number 33 billion times the presence of one of the biggest black holes yet detected. in a galaxy at the center of a massive cluster named Abel. No. See, no, you all know. Do you see that word? They got to put the word Abel. Cain and Abel. They got no. Why you got to do that? Why do you got to do that? In a galaxy at the center of a massive cluster named Abel 1201, some 2.7 billion light years away, lurks a cosmic colossus. Yeah, a cosmic colossus. Let's see if there's any other key words in this one, you all. Right here. 33. That's a Q. 33. We know that number. That's interesting, Kyle Wolf. It is. So the monster, they're clearly, I'm getting hot. They're clearly describing this as a monster. A monster. Is an ultra massive. Ultra. ELTRA. Ultra, in moderately adhering to a belief, fashion, or course of action, extreme, going beyond, due limit, extreme, fanatical, uncompromising. It's far beyond the norm. Far beyond the norm. This monster is far beyond the norm of a black hole. Far beyond it. The new figure exceeds previous estimates of 7 billion solar masses, demonstrating the power of a curved light for measuring masses. This particular black hole, roughly 30 billion times the mass of our sun, is one of the biggest ever detected. Theoretically, some sort. So it's an extremely exciting discovery, James Nightingale. There's lots of black holes, they say. Look at that. It's headed straight toward Earth. Straight toward Earth. It's a heavyweight stellar mass hole, warp speed, the galaxy, cluster galaxy, Abel. So I guess that's what it looks like. It's like that. BGG, BCG, Nightingale, 50 billion suns. I wonder what the what are the not this. What is the words to the black hole? A black hole, supermassive black hole. Supermassive black hole lyrics. I don't know. Let's see that. Supermassive black hole. This may not be appropriate. Let me see. Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstars sucked into the supermassive set my soul aright. Superstars sucked into the supermassive set my soul. I thought it was a fool. You're the queen of the superficial, and how long before you tell the truth you set my soul. Glaciers melting in the dead of night. Superstars sucked. See, it's got superstars in the back end of it. It took them with it. Sucked into the supermassive. Well, that has hardly any lyrics at all, you all. If you're just tuning in, this gave me a hot flash. They sitting there laughing. They think it's funny. The one woman at the end, if you didn't watch this, she said, "Oh, is this evil coming?" She said, "Is this evil?" Let's hear her. She wants to know if this is evil. It's like nothing they've ever seen before. Where you at, CNN? Let me see if I can do it. I got to make sure that I've got the video on so you can hear it. Audio capture, so you can hear them laughing about it. They think it's funny, but it's not. It's not funny. I'm not going to laugh at it at all. It's got to see if we can. Oh, now they got to read the cookies. See if it's got a cookie on it. Okay, see them right here. Look how they're writing this. See the CNN co-anchors absolutely lose it over his report. No, it's not funny. It's not.
Electricity.
I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to pause this. I've got to get through this video. Is what I got to do. We got to let this commercial play through, you all. I want you to hear them making fun, making light of it. Oh, that is a different song. It is. I didn't even know that song existed, but it's talking about superstars in the back of the Supermassive. Is what it's talking about. Okay, we're here.
An invisible monster is barreling through space. That does not sound menacing at all. That is what NASA is now calling a possible runaway black hole that the Hubble telescope is now seeing, though it's invisible. CNN's Tom Foreman with the details here. Tom, what's going on?
Yeah, happy Friday. Good news. Happy Friday. This is an extraordinary phenomenon that NASA scientists say they've never seen before. And of course, everyone's very excited about. What you're looking at right here is an artist's depiction of what's happening. To the left, the thing down there in the corner, that's this giant supermassive black hole that is blasting through space at an extraordinary speed. What you see at the far right, the little light space up there, is sort of a coalescence of light that seems to be related to what you see in the middle, which is stars that are being created by the compression of gas in front of this black hole because it's moving so fast, and then as the gas comes around the backside and has been heated, it forms stars. Normally it would just gobble them all up, but to put it in sort of simple physics terms, which will be completely incorrect, but it'll give you an idea, if you were to take a vacuum and run it over a really dirty carpet, it'll suck everything up. If you do it really fast, it'll suck some things up. It'll also just create chaos with everything else.
Chaos.
So this is a really exciting find and pretty amazing, John.
I am reliably told, I called this black hole rudely, I called it supermassive. But I'm told it weighs 200 plus times, is it 200 suns? 20 million suns, 20 million suns, the weight of 20 million suns. And I saw
20 million suns.
I saw Black Hole, the movie, in 1979, and I'm still scared. Right. So why isn't this scary?
Well, first of all, that's a helpful measure because we all have a real sense of how much the sun so 20 million of them is really easy to get. But this thing, it weighs that much. It's traveling so fast, it could go from the Earth to the moon in about 14 minutes. Distance to the moon is around 250,000 miles, so that's well above the speed limit. And the really interesting thing about this, they found it by accident, John. They were looking at images from the Hubble Space Telescope, and when they were looking at it, they noticed this little weird streak out in space there. They thought initially that this was just some sort of an artifact on the camera. Not the case. Instead, they found a phenomenon like we've never seen before.
Tom Foreman, thank you for helping us through this.
My pleasure.
Thank you for explaining this
Good
so
luck.
well. Have a great weekend. Neither of you are ever allowed anywhere near me when I'm about to read an intro like this again. You can't do that.
Okay, but just to be fair, the person who wrote the press release for this,
Press release from NASA is amazing.
They have to be from a child of the 80s, because listen to this, just short line. Rather than gobbling up stars ahead of it like a cosmic Pac-Man, I'm like, who is writing this stuff? It's so good.
I can't. Is this good or is this evil? Tom Foreman did not answer that question.
Well, it's super massive. I mean, I think the one thing we can all agree
Stop
on
being so judgmental.
is it's
It's kind of
massive.
rude, John. I mean,
I don't.
it does evaporate quickly. Okay, the nerd in me came out because anytime Tom.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
All right.
All right.
It's clearly Friday here.
Ed Moore. See how they made light of it? They made light of it. They joked about it. They joke about everything. I don't think it's a joke. I don't. And we know that they've got the Lucifer telescope for one reason or another. We know they're looking for something. You know they got the infrared. They're looking for something up there in space. They're looking. What are they waiting on? What are they waiting on, you all, really? This is, I look at it from a purely spiritual point of view, but yet they're, you see it. You can see it, you all. Run away. A monster on the loose. A monster on the loose. Look. Light years long, bridge links a galaxy to its escaping black hole. Escaping black hole. You see when it came out? It's like that. And if you look back in the video, you all could see more. It got into a fight, is what happened. It got into a fight, and they said it was ejected from its host galaxy as a result of a tussle. A tussle is a fight. It got ejected from its home where it was living because it got in a fight with two other massive entities. So it's plowing through the intergalactic space. And it has like a 200,000 light year long contrail of stars behind it that are also going with it, you all. It's going with it. It's never before seen. And this is here's another clue right here. It's barreling through the intergalactic space so fast that if it were in our solar system, it could travel from Earth to the moon in 14 minutes. Well, why do we have that strange anomaly that was over the Earth? It was a great big massive strange anomaly. It was in the news. It was I can fix it there. It was in the news, you all. Totally in the news. And it was rare. It gobbles up stars ahead of it like a Pac-Man. And it plows through the gas because it's angry. It's angry. If they're saying it's a monster and it's gobbling up stars, it's angry. It's streaking through. It's not an accident. It's not. The trail must have lots of new stars, given that it's almost half as bright as the host galaxy it's linked to. If you would look at it from a spiritual point of view, a third of heaven got kicked out. A third is close to half as bright as the host galaxy that they came from. So 455 here, and you can adjust. Sonia Rhodes, honey, how you doing? How you doing, you all? Mika, you told your kids today the never-ending story. Yeah, 1/3. 555. Yeah, it just clicked through it, you all. So there really is something going on. There's something going on. And you can see right here. They're calling it an invisible monster. Invisible. Everybody has the same story. It's tearing its way through space because it's very, very angry. Let me just read this. We can say this. Woe. Okay. Woe to. Watch this, you all. It's tearing to it. Let me just show this if I can. If it'll let me. Just thinking about it. It's got to transfer data to the cloud front and look. Let me do this. Gina, now you've done it. Now I've done it. I want to tie it in spiritually. It's just, now it's got to read the QD anomics. Look. This was the war that was in heaven, right here. This is from the apocalyptic book. The war in heaven. Now think of that supermassive black hole. Think of the supermassive black hole, and they're laughing about it. They're calling it a monster. It's almost half as bright as the galaxy that it came from. Look. And I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, "Now have come the salvation and power of the kingdom of our God, and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brothers has been thrown down, he who accuses them day and night before our God. They have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives so much as to shy away from death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea. With great fury the devil has come down to you, knowing he has only a short time." A short time. That's what I'm looking at it from a spiritual point of view. I'm looking at it from a spiritual point of view, and you may not agree with it, but I do tend to do that. But they're calling it a monster. A monster. Tearing through the universe. Completely tearing through it. Is what it is. It's run away. It's an invisible monster on the loose. But it's headed straight to Earth. It's headed straight to Earth. Why Earth? Is there something on Earth? Really think about it. The monster. The monster. It's ripping through the universe. It's tearing through the universe. It's tearing through the universe. It's followed by a tail of stars. A tail of stars, you all. 55 million light years from Earth in the constellation. It just turned toward Earth, firing its beam, its charged beam our way. Yeah. It just turned. Look, fortunately, we're not in any danger. Well, I hope we're not. I hope we're not in any danger whatsoever, you all. Absolutely no danger. I don't want to be in danger. But people have been feeling something happening. People have been feeling it in the spiritual realm. If you're a spiritual person. And I'm not talking religious. I'm talking spiritual in itself. If you are a spiritual person, you know that the spiritual energy out there is super, super heavy. It's very, very heavy. And it feels like there's something massive that was coming. We've all felt it. We've been feeling it, you all. And they got this super massive invisible monster that got ejected from its host galaxy because it had a tussle with two other supermassive black holes with two other powerful entities, and it just so happens to have a trail of stars behind it, which are almost half as bright as the host galaxy that it left. And now it has turned, and it is headed straight toward Earth. There. That's it. That's it. I don't know about the moon. The moon better get out of the way. The moon better get out of the way is what I've got to say about that moon, you all. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, you all. If you start feeling a real heavy energy, or they say aliens invading the earth and this thing is heading our way. It might be demons. It might be demons. Really, it might. Yeah. So, a spiritual integration of sort, maybe, perhaps you all, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. It's interesting. It's something to read. It's something to look at and keep in the back of your mind that there's something headed this way and they got a beam of light pointed straight toward the earth. Locked. It's locked on earth. You know what happened afterward? What it said happened afterward, you all? When it realized that what happened to it, you know what it did? Well, I would tell you what it did, but this silly thing is taking so long to load. I'll tell you what it did. Because this is what it was. See, look at this. The war in heaven. Then a war broke out in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon and his angels fought back. But the dragon was not strong enough, and no longer was any place found in heaven for him and his angels. And the great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil and Satan. The ancient serpent called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was hurled to the earth and his angels with him. Hurled to the earth. So they said, "Rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea. With great fury the devil has come down to you, knowing he has only a short time." And when the dragon saw that he had been thrown to the earth, that supermassive thing is headed to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to a male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle to fly from the presence of the serpent to the place in the wilderness where she was nourished for a time, times and half a time. So we know how the rest of it went. You all. Then from the mouth of the serpent spewed the water like a river to overtake the woman and sweep her away in a torrent. But the earth helped the woman and opened its mouth to swallow up the river that poured from the dragon's mouth. And the dragon was enraged at the woman and went to make war with the rest of her children, who keep the commandments of God and hold to the testimony of Jesus. And it ends with the dragon stood on the shore of the sea. Gina, honey, why do you have to make it biblical? Well, it's apocalyptic. It's apocalyptic looking at it from that, you all. But I am going to go. I am. She asked if it was evil. And then the newscast ended. It was just like that. Is it evil? Is it evil? And it ended. I'm going to go, you all. I am. So thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, the fifth element told us, Desiree. What did the fifth element say? I've heard about it, but I didn't watch it. What was the fifth element? What was the fifth element? Does somebody know? Oh, I'm not going. I gotta know. Shauna, so much buffering on mine. It might be science fiction, but I think there's truth to everything. Water has its own energy. Happy Easter. It was love. Oh, I like it. I love love. I do. It's for free right now. That's great. That is wonderful. Love. So that's something, we have something to hold on to, which is a great deal, a great big part of us, is the love. Yeah. Sonia, honey, you'll be okay. You will. You can just let it go, and yeah. That's right. I'm going to go, you all. I am. But this thing literally read, the news articles read as if it was what we just read from the apocalyptic book of Revelation. It does. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, you all, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Now, if you see an uptick in evil coming, and it happens all of a sudden, you're going to know why, because the devil was full of fury and he knows his time is short.